meme tokens became like super popular in the last few months maybe. And yeah, people are going crazy with it, and it's really it's something fun from the perspective of the users.
When we now use a certain application or service, we don't pay attention. Is it a Web3 product? Is it Web2 product? Is it based on server, or what kind of protocol it uses? We just open the bank application and transfer the money, and that's it. So we don't care about the technology itself.
The thing I believe is the innovation. There are already too many dApps in one vertical.
Hello everyone, welcome to the second season of the Hub Talks. Today we have invited experts in the blockchain field. They are ready to share their experience. They are the leaders, they are the people who inspire, and they are the people who define the future development of blockchain development. So let me introduce the guests. So we have Tosun Aliatik. He's the community manager at BNB Chain. Then we have Yorasil Amenbek. He's the leading blockchain engineer. And we have Alik Talipov. He's the Web3 community manager and DevRel. And I am Aybar Shora. I'm the BNB Chain Martian and Web3 enthusiast. So welcome guys. Thank you for coming for today's episode.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be here.
Yeah. So let's start with overall the industry. So how do you guys see the impact of Web3 in the digital economy?
Do you want to start maybe?
Yes, sure. So I think nowadays we are some kind of spectators of the process where everything is transforming, since people start to understand what problems we have nowadays with the current economic systems, with current technologies we have, and even with the ways we store data, and with the way we give our personal information and so on. So now we are kind of spectators of everything what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of things are creating like Web3 gaming we have now. We have DeFi, and the Web3 culture is different from Web2 culture, right? Yeah. So yeah.
For digital economy, Web3 makes so much sense because you have DeFi, you really have ownership over some assets. So yeah, bringing true ownership into economy back is what Web3, I think, is capable of.
Exactly. With Bitcoin, it started with removing the intermediaries, having control of your own funds. Then with Ethereum, came smart contracts. With smart contracts came dApps, and people start not only having their own fund, but also managing it as well. We have DeFi protocols right now where people can manage their cryptocurrencies, add value to them, swap them, add liquidity, lending, borrowing systems are there. Now we have we had liquid staking. Now it became liquid restaking, and we have more and more protocols coming. And also on the other part, we have a very popular concept right now, dApping, and also gaming. In games, for example, when you are playing an MMORPG, there's an in-game economics, right? There's a currency, maybe gold, I don't know, there are items. And what Web3 adds to that is that in-game economics actually affect the outside the game economics as well. People in 2021, especially when I was talking to people from third world countries, mainly smaller countries with smaller economies, they told me that in 2021 they were playing Web3 games, and what they earned from that game actually changed their lives. So yeah, that's one part of it. And yeah, people, as Yorasil said, have the ownership of their own funds, manage their own funds, even their own data right now with the upcoming decentralized data storage solutions.
So yeah, when it comes to the mostly financial, digital finance, it is about the trust, right? Yeah. So how does it work like what is the underlying tech behind it? Like if you could talk more about it as an engineer.
It's related to like cryptography and game theory, I think. Like with cryptography, you can like ensure that data is like consistent, secured, and encrypted, and basically and stored in the blocks. And this make it highly secure, and adding decentralization part, that everything is stored in multiple nodes in the network, and also considering economic part, that economically it's also distributed. And these overall concepts make blockchain technology as like very secure framework for like future of finances.
Yeah, and it's also about the culture, right? Like we have the open, a lot of projects in Web3 are open source, so it's built by people, built by communities, and maintained by it. So yeah. Regarding the BNB chain, what kind of prospects of development of BNB chain will he see regarding the trends that we have right now in the blockchain and crypto in general?
So as BNB Chain, we are always like watching the industry trends, both on the technical side, on the community side as well. For example, for the scalability issue, when layer 2s were popular, L1s are okay, they are good, but after a while, it's hard to, manage everything in L1. So scalability is a must after a while, especially when the number of DAU increases, where there are like a lot of transactions. And in order to have that output throughput, L2s or other scalable solutions are must. And for that, we launched our OPBNB optimistic rollup, and it is currently the number one blockchain in terms of DAU among all L2s and L1s as well. First it was like BSC was the number one, BNB Smart Chain in terms of DAU. Now that after we launched it, people really liked it because it's super cheap. The transaction fees are like less than 1/10 of a cent, which makes it like the cheapest one among L2s in the average gas cost. And it is like very suitable for high DAU dApps right now. And other than that, we are also looking at the community part, as I said. For example, we have our meme token innovation campaign that we have launched recently. Basically, we are incentivizing developers and users to build and use meme tokens on BNB Chain. And we are currently distributing, I think, up to $1 million with that campaign, who are developing the meme tokens, and also for users who are, trading them, using them, etc. Other than that, in the past, I think around December, there was a trend of inscriptions. I don't know if you guys remember it. People were going crazy. And we launched our inscription campaign, and community really liked it. And we got, I think, on OPBNB, about more than 70 million transactions in one day. And I think the TPS reached like 4K something. So we are always watching the trends and making sure that we are up to them both on the technical side and community side.
I want to add one thing regarding like ecosystem of BNB Chain. It's so mature and it's so welcoming for newcomers also, of like newcomer developers from Web 2 or Web 3. And it's easy to start your own project on BNB Chain, maybe testnets and mainnet. And regarding meme token thing, I also recorded a video for BNB Chain. It's like 8 minutes. You can just create and list it on PancakeSwap, and it's so easy. And overall, I believe like BNB Chain gives this all resources necessary to start building like.
Yeah, the whole BNB chain, the general narrative of BNB chain, I guess, is onboarding new people to the Web3.
Exactly,
right?
Mass adoption, definitely. Bringing out the next billion to blockchain technology.
A lot of like technical words we have here, like L1s, L2s. I think it's better to like more express about them, more explain about them to people.
Yeah, and I have a question here. So we've been talking about the technology part, the technology side, and you just mentioned the adoption problem.
Adoption problem, yeah.
So I think nowadays we live in a world where our technologies are ready for everything. I mean, we understand the mathematics, we understand the developing part, we understand how technologies work, how to create smart contracts and stuff. And we understand how to make a better world and how to get rid of every problems we have in Web 2 and how to start living in Web 3, but it doesn't happen. So I have a question to you, to all of you guys. Why do you think the adoption problem exists nowadays and how to solve it?
I would say it's more about the perspective on the cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Like some people tend to think it's like scam, completely scam. And yeah, we have that wrong perspective, unfortunately, but I think we are getting over it now, especially as the technology, improves. There are more people that are feeling warmer towards blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. And the other problem is that, like, for a normal user, I mean, we know the technical parts of the things. We know what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrency, what are smart contracts. We know how to interact with them. For a random person who knows nothing about this, because when you are using blockchain, you are, holding your own funds, you are managing money in the end. So people are actually afraid to get into that space because they do not know much about, how to interact with smart contracts, how to use the technology, etc. So in order to lower that entry barrier, I highly think that it's really important to bring some more education to the masses, with meetups, with online, articles, blogs, maybe some education programs, specializations. For example, we have one right now with Binance Academy. It's more focused on the development side, but we also have at the same time more like retail-focused blogs as well that are explaining some blockchain concepts. So in that regard, education to the masses is really important about what you said.
Yeah. So you have, did you say that you have launched the specialization? It's an educational content, right? For developers.
In collaboration with Binance Academy. It's more focused on like development part. I think there are like 20 sections, each including like 2 to 6 videos, and they basically introduce what is blockchain, what is BNB Chain, smart contract development on BNB Chain, how to use like some smart contract tools, development tools on BNB Chain. So if you're a developer, starting from zero or coming from Web 2 maybe, you will be able to access to that course directly on the Binance Academy website to learn more about blockchain and how to build on BNB Chain.
I've actually checked this course. It's pretty good. It's called BNB Chain Developer Specialization on Binance Academy. Yeah, good starting point. Very structured also.
For developers, right? Yeah. So, and you also mentioned the meme innovation campaign, right? If you could talk more about it, what's the meme trend about here? Like, why did you choose to launch this meme innovation campaign? Like before that, you were talking about the L1s, L2s, and then memes. What's the trend about it?
So I'm probably you all know this, but like meme tokens became like super popular in the last few months maybe. And yeah, people are going crazy with it, and it's really it's something fun from the perspective of the users. And now that we also want to support the meme token ecosystem on BNB Chain, we launched that campaign. Basically, if you launch a meme token, if you're a developer and launch a meme token, you are going to get rewards based on the trading volume of these tokens up to $1 million on PancakeSwap. So we are trying to incentivize people to bring out their creativity, do something fun and launch their own meme token, and also for the users to interact with these tokens directly to actually renew and also make the meme token ecosystem on BNB Chain better.
Yeah, if I remember I guess about 2 years ago, BNB Chain was the leading blockchain in meme tokens, right?
Yeah, in 2021, at the end of 2020, yeah.
have you tried like trading meme coins or creating one, maybe launching one?
Yeah, I've tried.
What's the experience about it? Like,
It's fun. I mean, I believe it's one of the most fun part of the blockchain technologies. Like it's like degenerate culture.
Yeah.
You literally do things that normal people don't do. They might be smart, but they are also stupid, and yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, it's culture, Web3
I
culture.
think it can sound very strange on the podcast we are hosted, so let's give
Yeah.
a bit of clarification. Why, for the sake of what does it exist? Why do we need meme coins and stuff, and why are they built? Do you guys have any answer about the reason of the existence of meme coins?
Actually, Vitalik launched, published an article. I don't know if you guys have seen it. He defined it like a Robin Hood thing. Like he acknowledged that the meme token thing can with the scams can affect like blockchain space badly, but at the same time he thinks that we should not stop it. We should not stop it. Yeah, it should just go on, and I think the same. Yeah, there are obviously some detrimental sides, but I also think that it's completely okay for the ecosystem.
It's still Wild West, right? And it's also super permissionless ecosystem. You can do whatever the hell you want in the blockchain space, create anything you need, and probably won't get sued for that if you're anonymous. And this obviously gives opportunity to build like whatever you want, and maybe and people want fun, so
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous, but it gives more opportunities, right? Permissionless. That's the main point of blockchain, I guess. So you mentioned a lot of like this kind of meme innovation campaigns, and what kind of other campaigns you have for developers and non-developers too at the BNB Chain right now?
We have like some specific campaigns from time to time for developers, but I want to focus more on the general developer support that we have right now. So we have several different developer programs, starting from the ideathon side to post-development part. We have Kickstart program. We have monetary grants that we are giving, and the amount is flexible and it's milestone based. We have marketing support that we are giving to projects that are building on BNB Chain, a chance to get into our campaigns, and when they launch, and they also get some tweet support from us in that regard. We also have some mentorship. We have incubator and accelerator programs such as MBB. We have currently closed the 7th round of it. And yeah, people are really interested in that because they get the chance to get mentored by industry experts. We are doing it in collaboration with Binance Labs and also CMC Labs. Obviously, we also have some other partners that are giving mentorship. And yeah, people are really interested in that because they get the chance, as I said, get funding, a mentorship, more exposure to our community. And yeah, at the end, if they win, they also receive rewards. I think these are the main developer programs we have. And yeah, these really help to support developers from the beginning to post-development. Oh, by the way, when I said post-development, I remembered that. So we have also recently launched the TVL incentive and DAU incentive program. TVL incentive. So we are incentivizing the DeFi projects to increase their TVL, and for other DAU-focused projects to increase their DAU. And we distribute some rewards to them based on their DAU increase and also TVL increase. So that way, as they grow, they earn more rewards, and they can, contribute to their growth more with these rewards. So it's like a compound growth.
Yeah. I think you have also launched in the previous year. You have launched the courses here in Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah.
In the CIS region.
Yeah.
It was also for onboarding the developers to the BNB Chain.
Yeah, especially on local scale. In Turkey, we did something similar with one of the one of the most well-known developer platforms in Turkey, Patika.dev. I think they are now rising. We launched like localized and also a global education curriculum there to educate developers about BNB Chain blockchain and the developments of it. And at the end of the program, they were able to build a project on BNB Chain. And yeah, it was from like zero to hero, literally. So we do it in local scale and global scale, and we also did, as you said, it in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, it was called Zero to Hero. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So, have you ever tried like building on the BNB chain?
Yeah, I have some smart contracts on testnet and mainnets. So yeah, I've tried, definitely. Was it successful? I'm not sure. But yeah, BNB Chain is like EVM, and I've tried building a lot of things in EVM chains, and I really liked like the
experience on building.
Yeah, on BNB Chain, it's like home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because for me, like personally, the blockchain, like my path to the blockchain started with a BNB chain too. So it also feels like home. Yeah, I think a lot of people here in the CIS is really like started with a BNB chain because of the courses and educational content that you provide. So yeah, from the technical side, what's the special about BNB chain? Like, how does BNB chain provide these kind of basic things of the blockchain, like security and transparency and scalability? Like, what kind of innovations do you do at the BNB chain?
Do you want to comment on that first?
I mean, we have like three big platforms like BNB Smart Chain and Greenfield and OPBNB. All of them are growing, and
so they're separate blockchains, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They are separate, but they are integrated seamlessly, and we call it like one BNB.
One ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
One BNB.
Because chains, dApps are becoming more like on-chain right now, even fully on-chain. So for that to help the developers integrate like everything seamlessly between these platforms, we have the concept called one BNB. So BNB Smart Chain is our DeFi hub, our EVM-based like smart contract platform. Then we have OPBNB on top of that, our layer 2 solution. And also we have the Greenfield, our decentralized data storage solution. And these three are integrated seamlessly.
So it almost feels like not only BNB chain, but the whole like blockchain industry is growing, not like out from the financial economy, right? Financial stuff. It's not only about DeFi right now. It's also, we have storages, as you have said. So probably the BNB chain is one of the leading blockchains out there, ecosystems. Yeah. So what about the like community influence? Like Alec, you're the Web3 community manager and you have your own community. And what about the Web3 community?
So about the Web3 community part, my main concern is that it can help you to increase the adoption of blockchain technology and to accelerate this adoption, this process. And from time to time, I have this notice of a portrait of a certain Web3 community member, particularly for my community. I've got about 3.3K people of blockchain enthusiasts and engineers, and it's noticeable that nowadays, so back in time, it consisted only from blockchain engineers, from people who know how to code. But now I see the trend that lots of product and growth managers are there. So people from Web2 world start to understand the importance, and it's not that you just switch something from Web2 to Web3 and you are there. You can use the benefits of both worlds and be a part of a certain Web3 community. For example, lots of people nowadays have to learn how to use crypto. For example, people from different places and territories under sanctions, under some kind of war zones, and then, so I don't say it's good, but still there are some kind of new mechanisms which bring some new people into the sphere, and our community mission is to educate people, to make this entrance into the community much easier, so that people could know everything and know where to start from. As Tosun said, their community is much larger, but they host different types of events, hackathons, incubators, and so on. So that kind of formats help to work with different types of audiences, and maybe you have some particular question in terms of the community.
In terms of community, yeah. I think you've mentioned really good idea of being in the both communities, in the both worlds, because for a lot of people, Web3 and Web2 is too much different. Like it's too different, right? But do you guys sometimes think like some Web3 projects might be fixing some problems that are not there, like too much building in Web3, like too many blockchains sometimes? Don't you guys have these kind of thoughts sometimes with some projects?
Yeah, but usually they tend to be not that successful in the end, because like people know, what they need, what they want to use. So in the end, those who, have the real use, will prevail in the end. That's my take on that. Obviously, there are some protocols, maybe there are some chains doing that. But yeah, as I said, the community, if a project is good, if they are solving a real problem there, they will be having DAU, they will be having TVL, they will be used and adored by the community. So yeah, in the end, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with the point that it doesn't really matter, since when we now use a certain application or service, we don't pay attention. Is it a Web3 product, or is it Web2 product? Is it based on server, or what kind of protocol it uses? We just open the bank application and transfer the money, and that's it. So we don't care about the technology itself. So it's only for enthusiasts, but normal people, they just will choose what's working good, what has a good UX design, and what's safe.
We are here for technology.
So it's mostly about the user experience, right? Yeah. So what people will take and use actually, yeah, right. So that's why probably most of the Web3 communities are, Web3 projects are community-based and community-oriented. We have a lot of DAOs, right? So could you please stop on what's the DAO and what's your experience with the DAOs? Do we have DAOs here, or what about the development of DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations?
I think it's usually on top of some protocols, right?
On top of some protocols?
Yeah, so some protocol to, in order to make it more decentralized and stuff, manage it not by developer team, but wider community. Yeah, exactly. They develop the DAOs, and typically also the community of the Web3 space is more technical compared to the rest, and usually they can figure all of that stuff, and sometimes they are even actively participating in direction, at least by voting, right? Yeah.
Do you have BNB Chain DAO?
DAO, I think with proof of stake, we count it as DAO. Obviously, we don't have a specific BNB DAO or something like that. We have Avenger DAO though. Yeah. We have Avenger DAO. So it's a security related community. There are some parts of the meter, the vault, the watch, etc. But I'm not going to go into detail about that because it would be too long. Basically, it aims to increase the security on chain with the help of the other industry players that we are working with. For example, in 2023, last year, Avenger DAO managed to decrease the losses on chain, on BNB Chain, by 85%. So yeah, it was really successful, and as I said, it's in collaboration with some security partners that we have. And for the community part as well, how we expose it to community, some projects integrate their like user interface. For example, Pancakes. When you want to buy a token, you enter the contract address. They are integrated with the like Avenger DAO directly. So user, for example, if it's a malicious contract, user is directly able to see whether it's a malicious contract, what is the risk level of it. If it's in the red alarm is like where we announced like risky projects by scanning the contracts beforehand, mainly on our dApp website. dApp is like kind of like what we call the mobile like Play Store, but for BNB Chain. Users can see like everything, the campaigns, what is happening on BNB Chain, and everything. And we have a thing there called Red Alarm, and the project listed there after we scan their contracts are the like projects with the higher risk rate, and users also can directly copy a contract address, paste that and search for it directly and see the risk level for it. So Avenger DAO basically manages everything related to security on our ecosystem, and it has been greatly helpful so far.
Yeah. What about you said the dApps, right? Is
dApps,
there like an app store for
BNB
Chain,
Chain,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. So does the like project that like passed all of these your programs, like acceleration programs that you've mentioned, do they get listed on the dApps?
Yeah, obviously, like if they want to get listed in like the app pay, they direct contact with our team, and yeah, our team helps them to get listed. And also, if we have like any kind of campaigns there, we sometimes integrate to the app pay directly, where users can go just to the app pay and click on the campaign page and handle everything from there if they are eligible, if they have completed a task, etc. And projects are also showcased there if they participate in the campaign.
Yeah. So yeah, about the like the dApps, right? dApps is decentralized applications, right? So yeah. So about the dApps, I think for me, like personally, the main thing is user experience, and for a lot of people, it's like that. So what's the problem of like blockchain apps development in terms of user experience? Because that's the main challenge of a lot of projects out here now, I guess. Is that true? That the user experience side is kind of poor in Web3?
Yeah, you are forced to use wallet. Not everyone has wallet.
Yeah.
And there are like some solutions coming. I mean, already existing where you can create a wallet by registering via Google or some other like Web2 platform. They will generate you the private key on the like backend side, and you can use protocols using like your traditional social medias. And maybe it's also like one step to adoption. But overall, anyway, this wallet needs to be funded with coins, right? And like as a user, you need to figure out the way to get these coins, which is another like things that you need to manage in order to get in. And obviously for now, like user experience is very crucial for like mass adoption of.
Yeah, I mean, there are like on-ramp solutions, but their fees are quite expensive, I would say.
Yeah, I think what do you think, what's the kind of good how to create a successful dApp? How do you think, as the like members of the Web3 communities, what do you think is that we need right now as the Web3 communities?
So let me start. So the first thing I believe is the innovation. Like there are already like too many dApps in like one like vertical. For example, in 2021, DeFi was like really popular. Like everywhere was like an animal name swap, like the fork of like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. And after a while, like only the like innovative ones prevailed, like who could, differentiate themselves, who could add new things. And I think it's still the same. For example, we have EigenLayer right now. It's really popular, a liquidity staking protocol. It was really liked by the community because it's something new. Same for like risk-taking protocols as well, like Lido, and after that came new protocols. But in terms of TVL, like not any of them are as successful as Lido. And so I believe that innovation and bringing out new things to the space is the first way to actually make a dApp successful. Obviously, we have like other criteria such as like community, maybe you can say marketing, maybe user experience. But yeah, being innovative is the first from my point of view. Second is community, building a community. And the other parts are, not as important as these two from my point of view.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I also agree. Good point.
Yeah. So in terms of like building projects, does it mean that anyone here like can make up a team and build the project and get support from BNB Chain and actually launch a successful project with the support of BNB Chain, right? So it's not like focused on one region and events.
No, it's definitely not like you can be from someone from, I don't know, USA, you can be someone from Europe, you can be someone from like MENA, North Africa. It doesn't really matter. Like on our socials usually, or for example on Twitter, we have a link where users and developers can directly get in contact with us by filling out a form about their project, and our team will directly reach out to them, and we will create a channel, maybe on Telegram, maybe through other channels if they have shared their email, etc. And we are going to discuss the synergies, like how can we support them. We will try to understand their project better. What is their like vertical? How can we help them? Do we have like any suitable developer programs or ongoing campaigns for them? So it doesn't really matter where you are from, as long as you are in contact with BNB Chain team. You will have a dedicated person that is, taking care of your project, having meetings with you to see what is the most suitable thing for your project. And obviously, other than these forums, we have like offline meetups, hackathons, and yeah, people can also directly get in contact with us through these events. Like if you I don't know, where's the camera? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one. So like if you have any project, feel free to reach out to us, and we would be very happy to help directly. You can directly also contact me through LinkedIn, Tosun Analytic, and just leave me a message about your project, and I will directly contact you with our team to see how we can support you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So today we are actually sitting right in front of the offline event that BNB Chain and Blockchain Center is hosting in Astana. So yeah, today after this podcast, we're gonna go to the event right away. So what's the the main challenges of the Web3 communities and builders in here in locally in Kazakhstan? Do we have any challenges? Maybe.
I think in terms of the challenges, it's the problem of adoption, which is not very specific for our region only, but overall. Yeah. But speaking about Central Asia and Kazakhstan in particular, I think we are doing pretty good comparing to other countries or regions. I mean, we have lots of new people, lots of students, lots of developers who are very keen on learning blockchain and stuff. Since when we tried to conduct different types of events here at Astana Hub, doing some online meetups, launching some kind of educational programs or hackathons with BNB Chain and Binance Academy and so on, we see that people ask for such kind of activities. It's not made for nothing. That's the positive part that I like. But the negative part, I don't say that it's the negative part. It's just we need some time. It takes some time to come to the finish line. And I also like the part that the entities, some kind of governmental or legal bodies also try to, I would say, play with blockchain. For example, I heard some activities of ministries. I heard some activities of the prosecutor's office about doing all this, about researching the blockchain crimes, compliance issues, and I'm very happy that these moves are made here in Kazakhstan and in Central Asia as well. Lots of experts coming, lots of people learning, and I wouldn't say that's a challenge, but that's a challenge we are working with.
Yeah, and hopefully a lot of new projects will rise from here. Yeah. So yeah. Actually, we have a lot of You're right. I agree with you. So I also see like that we need a little bit more time to actually establish this Web3 communities, and yeah. So what kind of practical advices would you guys give to people who are just going into the Web3, who are like just entering and looking to the Web3 space? Like, where should they start?
We are too far, I think.
I think you can start. You can talk about the like development side for the developers who want to go to the Web3.
As a developer, like it's this one, like BNB Chain developer specialization can be a good start. But if you want something handy, obviously use BNB Chain testnet and try to build some smart contracts, build some dApps after that. And you would see that it's not super difficult. Like, as I mentioned, it's very easy to start. Obviously, if you want to innovate and make something great, it's a bit more challenging. But as a starting point for developers, I believe you can start directly from like practice and maybe then go back and refer to basic concepts of like what is blockchain, consensus, cryptography, and other aspects. You will naturally be interested in this topic after you start building in this space. Like just top up your MetaMask with some BNBs on testnet, mainnets, and explore the space. I think that this is how everyone starts, right? Yeah. More or less.
And like in every field, do you say?
No, in Web3.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, what else? If you need some assistance with like how to start as a developer, you can reach me out on LinkedIn. Also, yeah, I will be giving a talk, I think.
They can join our Discord, and we have like 24/6 developer support there. Like if they have like any technical questions, just join our Discord. We have a dedicated tech channel there, and also we have some like local channels, for example, Turkish. If you like are not comfortable asking your question in like English, you can ask your questions, technical questions on these channels, and our team will help you. You know, they are available 24/6, and Discord is our like developer-focused platform. And like not only developers as well, like if you're a node operator, for example, maybe a validator, just make sure to join our Discord, like in case you encounter any problems. Our team, is available there, like almost always, to help you with your questions and problems.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, BNB Chain is actually really like supportive, I guess, because we have communities here, BNB Chain communities here. I think they are the first like blockchain community in Kazakhstan, if I'm not mistaken. Or do you know like older communities here?
I mean, from like real like projects, blockchains, yeah. But yeah, maybe there was some enthusiasts before, but
yeah. So what do you think, like in terms of community management, like how well the communities are growing? Do we have a lot of variety of communities here, or?
I think it's pretty. I'm also very, very positive about it. So, in terms of the community part here, in terms of exactly the Web3 community, people are pretty active in both cities of Kazakhstan, major cities of Kazakhstan, and there are lots of opportunities and technical hubs like the Astana hub here, and like there's a couple of hubs in Almaty, maybe in some other Central Asian countries. We see tons of content, and lots of things are launched, for example, by the Blockchain Center, R&D Lab, things like collaborations with BNB Chain and Binance Academy and so on. It's not a big deal to join a certain community, whether it's a community of miners, crypto miners, whether it's a community of developers, or whether it's a community of traders and so on. It's very easy to find, very easy to enter. For me, my main concern is that adoption of blockchain as a technology among developers is not a big deal, since every developer who tries to understand what blockchain is he can do it with Googling it for 15 minutes and understand that the technical benefits of blockchain as a technology is much bigger, and after that try to dig into the topic. But in terms of legal bodies, in terms of big companies, tech companies, not that many steps are taken nowadays. So my main concern is that the adoption of B2B B2B things of blockchain is pretty poor right now. But in terms of blockchain enthusiasts and communities, everything is pretty good.
Yeah, agree. A lot of like small communities out here.
Yes, and the other comment is that the hype things, now it's all about AI. Before it was about NFTs, about cryptos and so on. And when some companies start to sell their NFTs in metaverse, a line of other customers can come and ask for some kind of blockchain products, even if they don't understand and have no idea what blockchain is. They say that we don't want to stay behind, and we want some blockchain products, but we have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Following
how
trends,
yeah,
right?
that's how big companies work nowadays. Lots of big companies seeking for some kind of blockchain products. They have no idea what blockchain is, but they just follow the hype nowadays. So for example, if you deliver a certain Web3 product, blockchain product to a B2B company, I mean, they always ask for some kind of instructions and guides for that. You send the guidelines, and after that they say, and what is wallet? What is a wallet? Yeah, and you say, so sometimes I say, thanks God I don't have to explain how desktop works. And, so lots of questions from the B2B part, so that's one of the main issues. But in terms of community, all fine.
Yeah. At the end, we have really quick, like one question lightning round. So how do you envision the future of blockchain?
I might get criticized for that, but like some people just blockchain maximalists believe that blockchain will be used for everything, like and everywhere. I do not think that will be the case, because like decentralized systems are not efficient, compared to centralized ones, and it's not possible to apply it to like every industry in every part of our lives. So I obviously think that like blockchain is here to stay, cryptocurrencies are here to stay, but I do not think it will be used everywhere as some people think. Obviously, like there are now applications, for example, real world SSRWA, which are really popular right now. Mirroring the real world assets to blockchain, like even stocks, some properties, real estate. I believe I believe it's like highly doable. Then there will be applications like that in the future that we cannot think of right now. But as I said, I do not think like it will be everywhere, but it will be also not negligible in terms of what it adds to our lives in the future. It will just not be everywhere, but it will be a part of it.
It's like some Web3 projects try to fix some things that are not broken, right? So yeah, what is your take on like a vision of the future of blockchain?
I hope that people will have the idea about the ways they store and give their data. That's my main issue, yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe that people will be understanding the process of how to store the data correctly, and what's the problem we have nowadays about storing data.
Yeah, kind
of.
For me, it's somewhere a bit far in the future. I believe everything would be integrated with each other, like blockchains would be integrated so seamlessly in our life we won't even understand that we are using, for example, in some like super big AR MMORPG that we will live with our glasses, for example, on. Probably we will have our assets, right, stored on the blockchain, and they will be interoperable. And I believe this is where the blockchain technology will come in, because it's like so perfect solution for ownership of digital things and access to like global liquidity, global money market. And I believe it can take over actually maybe entire finances, like especially like decentralized finances, and we will live in the world where this technology is here, and in the aspect of finances and data and ownership, basically.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, ownership. That's the fundamental part of the blockchain, I guess.
Can I add also one part here? Like, if I remember correctly, 2 years ago, we were in Georgia for one of the BNB Chain meetups, and we had like one person from our team, and we were discussing, like, he was mostly focused on the gaming part. And, we just came up with the idea that, like, for example, Steam or Google Play Store or Apple Store would launch their own blockchain, be their own validators to get like more fees and, manage everything from their side. Yeah, I would really love to see something like that, to be honest. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea to launch right now. I think it would be successful right now, right? Not in the future. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching this episode. Please feel free to leave your opinions under the comments. Maybe your comment will be on the next video. And don't forget to subscribe and like the Astana Hub channel.